Let's do a problem. A person invested a certain amount in a bank under simple interest. At the end of third month, the investment amount along with interest was Rs 5,378.78, and at the end of seventh month, the investment amount along with interest became 5,463.82. Find the amount that includes the amount of investment along with interest at the end of 1 year. Let's discuss the approach for doing this. We know formula for interest is I is equal to PNR, where P is the principal, N is the number of time periods, and R is the rate. And formula for amount is P plus I, that means P plus PNR. For finding the amount at the end of 1 year, that means at the end of 12 months, we need to find P and R. For this, we need to have the exact linear equation. For forming an equation, we need to identify the constants and variables here. So here, principal and rate are constants and variables are amount A and number of years N. So the linear equation in two variables can be A is equal to P plus PNR by 12. As here we are dealing in months, that is why we are dividing the number of years by 12. And this is a linear equation in two variables in variables N and A. And 3, 5,378.78, that means the amount at the end of 3 months, and 7, 5,463.82, the amount at the end of 7 months are the two solution pairs of this equation. With this approach, let's complete the solution. So here in this equation, let y is equal to a. So this equation becomes y is equal to, and let x be equal to n. So this will become PR by 12x plus p. Also, if we substitute m is equal to PR by 12 and k equal to p, so this equation takes the form of y is equal to mx plus k. Now putting these two solution pairs in this equation, we can obtain two equations. So putting this first, putting x is equal to 3 and y is equal to this value, we will have the first equation as 5378.78 is equal to, in place of x we'll write 3, so this will be 3m plus k. Call this as first, and then we will put this solution pair in the equation y is equal to mx plus k. So we will have, in place of y, we will write this value. So this will be 5463.82 is equal to, in place of x, now we will take 7. So 7m plus k, call this as second. On solving these two equations, we can get the value of m and k. So m will come as 21.26 and k will come as 5315. So we had taken k equal to p. So that means our principal comes as this value. That means rupees 5315. Also, we had taken m as PR by 12. So that means PR by 12 comes as equal to, m has come equal to 21.26 21.26. So this implies R will be equal to 12 multiplied by 21.26 by P, which is 5315. So this will come as equal to, this will come as 0.048, and when this is multiplied with 100, this gives equal to 4.8%. So this is the rate R. So initially we had started with our equation as amount is equal to P plus PNR by 12, and we had to find the amount at the end of 1 year in this question. So that means if we put the values here, an important thing to keep in mind is for 1 year, N will be equal to 12 periods. So this will become A is equal to, in place of P we can write 5315 plus, once again in place of P we can write 5315. In place of N we will take 12 multiplied by, rate will be 4.8 by 100, and whole will be over 12. When this is calculated, this comes as 5570.12. Let's summarize what we have learnt in this video. Forming linear equations by identifying variables and constants in the real-life context. The solution pair of the linear equations in the specific example was a, n, where a is the total amount and n is the time. Modeling the equation into the form y is equal to mx plus c to find investment amount and rate of interest.